Okay, in this video, it's going to be a relatively quick one. We're going to normalize the total weight that we have between a value of 0 and 1. So to begin, what we're going to do is just normalize it and kind of see where we're going to be. So we're going to do a U Kismet. Actually, let's see if fmath has this. Fmath. No, it does not. So we're going to use the U Kismet math library, which we have to include Kismet / Kismet math library.h. ::. We can search for normalize. So we should have normalized float or something along that range. Or actually, here's normalized to range. So we have our value and then the minimum and the max that we want it to be. So let's see. This should be between a range from 0 to 100. So it returns the value normalized to the given range. 20 normalized to a range of 10 to 50, result in 0.25. Okay, so I can see the range that it's wanting us to be in. However, I don't know if that's going to be the case that I want to go. So let's see. Let's normalize 2D. Vector 2D? Yeah. So let's see. Is there an override for normal? Nope, that does something other than I was thinking. Okay, so we have normalized to range. We're going to use that for now, and the value we want to do is total weight. Then the range we want is 0 and 1. So this should return us a float. Yes, it does, obviously. So float, let's do door percent and assign it. So door percent, whoops, is going to be what opens our door. So let's see here. Let's comment this. We'll leave it there. Name this to door percent. And we'll print out the door percent. So Control-Alt F11. Okay. I'm going to change the weight of our object here that we're going to pick up. Let's bump you up to mass in kilos. Let's do 110 just out of curiosity, because we're not actually assigning a weight, which is got me a little confused. So door percent is at 200. Door percent is at, oh wait, am I standing in it? I was standing in it. So door percent is at 110. So it's not really doing its job. So there's obviously a slight issue there. So I'm going to look up what the other normalized function is, because I'm pretty sure that there should be one that's in the Kismet math library, I thought. So I'll be right back. And literally as I was typing, I just realized I'm kind of being a dope here. I misunderstood the RangeMax. So the RangeMax is what's going to be the amount that requires the door to be fully open. So let's say I want it to be 150 kilos inside the door for it to be fully open. So we would set the max to 150, which should in turn make it so, I'll look into it. It opens part way at 90, so we opened to 0.6, which should be correct. Let's check the calculator. So 90 divided by 150, 0.6, so we're going to go there. Pick this guy up, which is 110, and let's try to put ourselves in it. Kind of hard to see. Oh, about there. And that opens beyond 1, so that's good. So we're having the range that we want there. So the only thing we want to do is clamp it. So U Kismet math library. B for floats. No, you're inst. Let's see, where would float be? F clamp. Yep. All right, so we're going to clamp our door percent between the values of 0 and the max of 1. So that's going to fix it to that range of 0 to 1. This should return it. Yes, it does. So door percent equals F clamp. So now when we run it, this should give us, where is it? There we are. This should give us a value strictly between 0 and 1. So now when we both go in it, as you can see, door percent is now 1, and it is not extending past 1 like it did previously. Or are you still throwing a fit? Oh well. we may end up, since we're doing it for the character, adding our own mass variable that's dedicated to the actor itself, but for the time being, I'm not too concerned about it, just to get rid of those annoying warnings. Anyhow, we have it set up and it's working as we want, so we know we're good to go there. We have to do this on the overlap end as well. So what I want to do real quick is create a function here. So it's going to return a float. So get door, or calculate door percentage. Write the implementation. We're going to get pretty much calculate all of this inside of there like so. And what we're going to do is simply, oops, I didn't mean to remove the if statement. That door percentage, we're going to do calculate door percentage like so. So I'm going to save and relaunch. And this should handle it when we exit the wait trigger as well as enter it. Okay, calculate. Oh, that's my fault here. We want to return this value. So we want to return the clamp. Okay, let's double check. Walk into it. So that's stuck in there. It's partway open. It's fully open. And it's partway closed again. So that is now working. So we have our wait trigger set up and good to go. So it's calculating the percent that the door should be open. So if we want to, we can set specific values. So certain doors require more wait than others, but for the time being, that's okay. Because again, we're going to be using setting up the drawer as well. So that's not all that big of a deal. We might end up using it as the door, well, kind of sharing the same class with the door because it's doing the exact same thing. Anyhow, that's going to be it for this video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, find a link to my Patreon down in the description below, where I have a Team Deathmatch series just for Patrons where we create Team Deathmatch and then Real Engine with C++, as well as a couple interesting features like weapon customization and Call of Duty style spawning, or respawning. And if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to join my Discord down below as well, and I'll help you out. So, I'll see you in the next video.